Grandstand Bettors here with your daily free sports pick for Saturday, June 26th. We have a nice afternoon Major League Baseball pick for you today. But before we get to that, let's recap yesterday. To be totally honest, we have to apologize. A little naive on our part. We forgot that Pedroia was being honored before the Boston Red Sox game. That messes with starting pitchers and their warm-up routine, and it showed. Germán yesterday for the Yankees got shelled in the first, giving up 3 runs, but he settled down after that. I think we were on the right side. I think he was just a little thrown off by having to wait, 15, 20 minutes for the ceremonies to end. Germán looked good. He went 4 innings, 5 hits, gave up 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 was unearned. He did have an error himself, and there was another error, so a little comedy of errors for the Yankees. Perez didn't end up getting the win, although the Red Sox did win the game, because he was pulled after 3 2/3. The bullpens really took over this game and really shut it down. You know what? The total was at 10.5. It kind of looked like it might go over early, so that was disappointing for any of you that were on the over there, but you know what? We had the Yankees, we had the money line, just didn't work out yesterday. You know what? That's the past. We're going to look at the future today. No reason to live in the past. Let's move on. We're still positive units for the month. That's what we always like to be. Shout out real quick to our June leaderboard leader. That is Greenwood. He's plus 9 units. Looking to take home the $150. I think there's only about 5 days left in the month, and he has a strong hold on that leaderboard, but anything can happen down the stretch. So if you haven't joined our Best Bet leaderboard, we are starting a new one in July with more money, and it's going to be fantastic. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button, smash that like button, and just put your best bet in the comments below each and every day, and you could be on your way to winning cold hard cash from us here at Grandstand Bettors. But without further ado, let's get into our Major League Baseball pick in the afternoon for Saturday, June 26th, and we are going to look at the Atlanta Braves and the Cincinnati Reds. Both of these teams chasing first place in their respective divisions. We have a good matchup, I think, on paper here, but really it hasn't played out that way in the year. You have Anderson for the Braves taking the mound. He actually has been pitching pretty decent. He's 5-3 with a 3.33 ERA and a 1.19 whip. He's going against Castillo. Now, on paper, Castillo, before the season last year, this guy was someone, if you're playing fantasy baseball, you're picking up in the early rounds when you need a pitcher. However, this year, he has been awful. He is 2-10 with a 5.61 ERA and a 1.51 whip. These two battle it out in Cincinnati. Cincinnati's offense has been doing well lately. They've been kind of on a hot streak. We'll see how this one goes. My only concern with Brett Anderson, although he has been pitching well, is it's a day game, and he has actually struggled a little bit in his day games. The opposing batters are batting about 0.3 points more on their batting average. I think they're at like 270 compared to like 240, something like that on the night games. Castillo, I tried to dive into his stats to see where I could pinpoint how bad and where he is on a given day, a game, wherever. To be honest with you, it's everywhere. This guy is awful. He's awful in day games. He's awful in night games. He's awful at home. He's awful away. I don't know how he fell off the tracks this quickly, but he is just nosediving. I don't even know if he'll be in the majors in 2 years at this pace. So we're going to look at the over here. It's pretty low in my mind for having Castillo on the mound. It's 8.5. And to be honest with you, I think the Braves here could score 8 runs alone. And you might ask yourselves, well, why don't you just take the Braves then? Well, they're a little high juiced here. I don't like the run line. You never know what happens. We saw a couple days ago or about a week ago, the Dodgers were up 9-1 and gave up 8 runs, and anybody on the run line would have lost that. I don't like the run line there, but I think the Braves could score a lot of runs, and like I alluded to, Anderson, during day games, I think he's suspect to give up some runs as well. So I like the over at 8.5. It's very low right now. I think this should be actually at 10. So we're going to take over 8.5 on the Braves and the Reds game for Saturday, June 26th. As always, sit back, relax, enjoy some Major League Baseball, and we'll see you tomorrow.